What up, YouTube? Got a good, interesting topic for you today. As regard to love bombing, but not necessarily how you may consider it. Love bombing right now basically seems like a way modern women that have nothing to offer try to blame men that do have something to offer about, basically not having anything to offer. And if I would title this, if I could think of a name to title this would be how modern women love men, and sometimes, or I would say nice guys, how nice guys can I guess you could say love bomb themselves in a way. And this is mostly in regards to marriage and relationships. And it's really more or less an advisement of showing you things to look for in modern women. Because right now, modern women, I think they're so decentered by feminism that they don't really understand what love is. And then when they actually see something that remotely resembles love, then they dive after it. They want it. However, they don't have the mindset to actually, they don't understand relationships, that relationships are back and forth. And if you really think about it, relating requires two people. But modern women don't understand that about relationships. So they end up basically finding something they want, but they seek it without actually either knowing how to reciprocate or wanting to reciprocate. So these are things you just really need to be aware of, because you, being a nice guy, you have the heart and the mindset to be able to see value in different people. And so you can see value in people who are bad. You can see value in people who are, on the fence, and you can see value in people who are just normally good. And so modern women consider you love bombing them because you see value in them, and let's just say you pursuing them. However, your pursuit is basically based off of a need to be needed. And so most men have a need to be needed. And so when you see a broken modern woman, she has a need for you, all right, or a need for your patience. She has a need for your love. However, she doesn't really want you, all right? So she needs you, but she don't want you because of her perceived type that she may have gotten from her friends, family, or social media or wherever. And so you just being a nice guy in yourself, you are needed. You're needed by men and women. You're needed. Your friendship is needed. Your love is needed. But the problem is there are certain people who need you but don't want to actually invest in you. And that's pretty much the premise of this, is women need you, and your love, your means of loving, can be considered love bombing because it is so lacking in the world today. All right, but they will consider love bombing in a negative sense because they don't really want you, they just want what you have. It's kind of like with money and stuff like that. And so when you are pursuing a woman, you need to be on guard as a nice guy, because what you have is actually wanted and is actually needed. The thing is you got to distinguish the women who want what you can have and what you can provide, and the women that actually want you. Okay? And there is a difference. The woman that wants you is going to try to invest in you. She's going to try to protect you. and she's going to love you and hopefully make her love known to you. The woman who is just a receiver, so to speak, she will just take what you have. You listening to her problems, all this stuff, she's going to take. You helping her with her financial situation, she's just going to take. And then you as a man, nice guy, your way of loving, really dating for you is more along the lines of, how do you say, the word is, when a man pursues a woman in the past, courting. All right, when a nice guy dates or pursues a woman, he is doing more than dating, and you are doing more than the dater. You are actually courting a woman. All right, but it's called dating now, but it's really courting. And I believe a lot of people are confusing dating with actual courting. And so those have kind of been combined in modern times, but because of the way women think nowadays, it's really not seen as deep as it actually is, which is part of the reason why a lot of men get upset when they don't get nothing in return when they're dating someone. And women don't understand it because they're just not very savvy upon dating, relationships, or anything. Feminism really messed women up and made them a whole lot weaker, or I'll say modern women a whole lot weaker in the relationships than they used to be in the past. So you going a step further, you got to be aware of the woman who's actually receiving. All right. However, there is I guess you could say there is a point where if you're not sure of this, you can actually love bomb yourself. Now she's receiving your love, your whatever you're giving to her, your time and all this other stuff, and she welcomes it. But you might actually be confusing her receiving what you have and what you can provide to her as love from her, and it's not. It's you're basically being the man and actually kind of reading into it a little bit more than what it is. And there's a real fine line between that. And so you may be asking a woman to marry you, and she's not really marrying you. She's marrying the things you can provide to you. So she's like, when she says yes, she's not saying yes to you as a man, as a nice guy, as a good, provider and protector. She's saying, yes, I want to receive everything that you want to continue to give me. But when the pedal hits the road, if you are not able to provide that stuff, then she starts looking elsewhere, because she really wasn't into you. She was in what you provide, what you've been providing. And so you feel betrayed because of the situation. But in reality, it is a betrayal, and it's a partial it's actually deception on her part, because she knows what you want. The thing is she don't really want to give it to you. There's another guy she probably wants to give it to. And so women, there's a epidemic of dishonest women. And that epidemic of dishonest women includes these women who will take men on foodie dates. They'll be in relationships with men because of what the man provides, but they're not really in a relationship with the man for him, actually being into him as a person. All right. And so be careful of kind of love bombing yourself, so to speak. And also be careful of women who will let you love them instead of actually being in love with you. All right. So I think we'll stop it on that. I might do a second part on this. I'm not totally sure. But if you understand what I'm saying, it'll actually protect you from being reverse love bombed, I guess you could say, by women who don't really care anything about you. But that's what happens when nice guys retaliate. Hope you guys take care. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe. You know, the more you guys like the videos, the more these videos go out to people who actually need them. And to me, there are a lot more nice guys right now in the world than there are good guys and bad boys. And to go a step further, a lot of times the reason why you have nice guys, or excuse me, you have these guys who are considered good guys and the bad boys is because they've already been done wrong by women. And you haven't been done wrong, so that gives you a little bit more opportunity. But it gives women also a level of grace to actually come from being a bad woman into being actually a woman of that's actually honorable. That being said, there are a lot of women who don't want to be honorable. So this is to help guard you and to guard the other guy. So help this message get out, and let us know what you think about it in the comments. And if you have anything to add to it, let that be known as well. Take care.